Peawanuck, Moose Factory, Winnisk, places you've probably never heard of. But get ready to explore these remote locations during an adventure into Canada's Ontario Northland in search of polar bears.
So basically what the trip is a trip by small aircraft to stay with the Cree Indians and live in teepees with the Cree Indians on the tundra and view wildlife. It's not for everyone. It's rather fringe, but it is a real adventure.
Landscape changes dramatically as you leave Toronto and head for your ultimate destination, a small tundra camp on the Sutton River in Polar Bear Provincial Park, on the shores of Hudson's Bay. Heading north, you'll touch down in some curious little communities. Moose Factory got its name from the days when the town was a trading centre. The factor lived here and paid the trappers for their furs based on the size and thickness of the pelts.
Well, the area was inhabited first by the Crees, and it was established as a fur trading post by the Hudson's Bay Company in 1673. Each dwelling represents the season in which we would be out on the land hunting, fishing, trapping.
You'll also fly into the Aboriginal town of Peawanuck.
Well, you can say we've been here for thousands of years, but the community didn't exist till an early 1900 because of that's when the missionary and Hudson Bay Post moved in. Before that, people used to just scatter all over the country.
Lead the way, Susan. Strangers don't often pass this way, and it's not unusual to find people like Susan and her father, Louis Bird, who welcome you into their homes and their teepees. Here's one example of your accommodation along the way, wooden teepees overlooking the Winnisk. Think of it as a chance to acclimatize to an old way of life before reaching your tundra teepees. For dinner, prepare yourself with some roast goose, caribou stew and dessert of freshly picked wild strawberries and blueberries. Mealtime is also a good chance to swap tales of your adventures in the north.
We had every experience that you could have up here in one day, from beluga whales to ice floes to the polar bears and caribou, all in one day.
Next day, it's on to the tundra camp at the mouth of the Sutton River. And keep a constant lookout. You might see why Polar Bear Provincial Park is so aptly named.
Well, it has three environments in one. We have the bay, we have the tundra, and the tree line fluctuates from 5 to 15 miles. There are all kinds of species of animals, so it's very unique. You can have a black bear and polar bear, caribou and moose, or inland birds and shore birds and tundra birds.
When wildlife eludes you, it's worth taking a close look at the fascinating world of the tundra. Polar Bear Provincial Park is over 24,000 square kilometers, and that makes tracking wild animals a challenge. It's wise to remember that those cuddly ice bears are carnivores, can weigh up to 800 pounds, and be quite aggressive at certain times of the year. Your hosts take no chances with safety, and you're always escorted when out on the tundra.
Looking straight at it.
The camp is surrounded by a solar-powered electric fence to discourage any nighttime visitors, and comfortable cots and thick sleeping bags keep you warm. As for the primitive outhouse, it's probably the best view you'll ever have from a toilet.
David, you want pancakes?
No, I'm done, thanks.
Somebody had a feast on my back last night.
Mosquito?
The mosquito was tough enough to be out in that cold. He deserved to have something. Traveling by small airplane, staying out on the tundra, going out onto Hudson Bay in a small boat, all of these things are extremely weather dependent, and no two trips are ever the same.
While bears on the ground may be elusive, you're almost guaranteed to get them from the air, though filming is a challenge. And if the itinerary has to change, you'll probably stop in another Northern Ontario town with yet another strange name that resonates with Canadian history, and the adventure will continue. For more information, visit our website, ontopoftheworld.net.